Hello everyone, hope you've been doing well. Welcome to this ML5 tier list. Right, so first things first, let's start by defining tier somewhat. So S tier, you can pick basically... Now I think about it, okay. S tier, you can pick basically every single game with like no downside or like very little downside. Like those units are just that broken. So yeah, like you 99% of the time you won't regret picking them basically. Like even if your opponent picks counters, even if they pick whatever they want, you won't regret having them on your team. So yeah. Now 8 tier, those units are as strong or even somewhat like sometimes stronger than S tier units. The difference is that they're reactive units. Like you can't really draft them every game. Like like if you yeah, like they're bad every game. They have to answer specific drafts, or they have to fit specific drafts. Yeah, so like, but in those scenarios, assuming you pick them in the right scenarios, like they're sometimes even stronger than S tier units. Like they're insanely strong, but you can play them every game. That's basically 8 tier. Wait, just like on the side, this is a slow tier, like this is a tier list for slow players, right? Otherwise, yeah, this would be like this. For fast players, this is the tier list. For slow players, I mean, at least for S and A tier. For slow players, like this. Right. B tier, those units are strong. Those units are strong, but they're less strong than A tier units. They are less strong than A tier units, obviously, and they're niche as well, kinda. Like, yeah, you really like they're really reactive units, like in a way, but mostly like yeah, they're just not that strong. They're fair units in a way. I would say like they're fair units. Like A and S tier, they're not fair units. They're like insanely overloaded. A tier, B tier, they're fair units. I'll say. Then C tier, they're playable, but there's not really any reason to play them. So that means if you play them because you like them. You don't really play them because they are good units. You play them because you like them. And then D tier, if you play slow, in my opinion, they're unplayable. Like even if you like them, they're just unplayable even if you like them. Right. Now let's get started on the units proper. So Tywin, best knight in the game, nothing has changed. He has an AoE cleanse, he has AoE defense break plus stun with potentially ignore ER. He can hold Darius, he can be fast, he can be slow, he can do whatever the fuck you want. He's just like best knight in the game by far. Very broken unit. Then DDR, his potential to make to turn your entire team into carries just insane. Effectiveness buff is really good if you face like against some players, like most notably Japan, right? It can like because if you play like 200 or so effectiveness units, you have DDR S2 on top, you're gonna tag everything. Pretty strong. And just yeah, like he's an extremely strong tempo unit because if you get to S3 into S2, it's just your opponent skips an entire turn, gets injured. Just crazy tempo. And he can hold Guardianized Crystal, which is probably the most broken artifact in the game, so yeah, here we are. DDR still at the top with Tywin. Then 8 tier. Haste is the best unit in the game if your opponent wants to kill you with raw damage. He's really weak to debuffers, he's really weak to quite a few things, but if your opponent wants to kill you with raw damage, he's like the best unit in the game by far. Then Cilias. Cilias is back. She's really strong right now because she's really good against DDR actually, and DDR is very common right now. So yeah, the Cilias is kinda back because of that. Plus Leia is worse. The reason why Cilias kinda struggle against Leia overall because Leia can force can threaten you with Monk in a way, and like Leia and she made DDR a lot safer in a way against Cilias because of that. Like you could go Leia DDR and then potentially force Monk. Plus, Leia was a win con by herself, so you could go Roana if your opponent win Candy. Like, you had a lot of options. Now that Leia is a lot worse because of Ilinav, Silias is definitely back. She's really strong. And she's like one of the best picks against DDR overall. Then Sharon, yeah, Sharon is just here because of DDR again. Like, yeah. DDR is so strong that Sharon is pretty good. Plus, she pairs really, really well with Silias. Like, you go Silias, Tywin, Sharon, it's really annoying for your opponent if they first pick DDR. So, yep. Ilinav, I think she's really strong. But one of the things with Ilinav is I think it's kind of a balance situation. Like, she's so strong that you won't really see her all that often. But because the meta, she like her simple, like, just the fact that she exists changed the meta a lot. Like, you don't see Gala anymore, you don't see Senya nearly as much, you don't see Genoa nearly as much, you almost never see Laia anymore. It's all because of Ilinav. But because you don't see those units anymore, then there's not really much of a reason for her to be picked. Because while she's really strong, she's a reactive unit, and yeah, like, if none of the units she reacts to is picked, then why would you pick her? So yeah, like, I do think she's still paid a decent amount right now, but I think like, in my opinion, I think it's gonna fade away. So, like, I think that her pick rate is gonna drop. I think people mostly pick her right now because she's new. But I definitely think her pick rate is gonna drop. I don't think she's that strong of a new, like, I don't think she's that strong of an early pick, basically. But I might be wrong, Then Yufin, Yufin benefits from Laia not being there. She's really strong against, she's really strong against DDR, not against DDR, sorry, she's really strong against, not really strong, but she's pretty strong against Ilinav, sorry, because she cucks her cycling a lot. And she's really strong, she's insanely strong with Ilinav, because basically nothing's gonna die in your team. The issue with Ilinav Yufin is you're really weak to debuffers. But yeah, I think Yufin is really strong. Yeah, she's pretty strong right now, for sure. Plus, you don't see Genoa as much. You don't see Senya as much, which were two of the really annoying units for Yufin. Same for Haste. So yeah, I think Yufin is pretty strong right now. Then Politis, Luna, I mean, not much to say about those. Like, yeah, like the insanely broken fast units. So yeah, like the two most broken openers in the game. Yeah. Then B tier, RB, very good nuker, nothing special, he's sticky, he's annoying, he's a lot of damage. Belayan, mostly for 3F right now. I think Protection Belayan is kind of useless at this point. Protection Belayan is kinda useless, Counter Belayan is kinda bad. If you play Belayan, you definitely want a 3F1 ideally, but can be kinda tricky because, yeah, you want 3F on Albedo, so unless you have 2, it's kinda rough, and Albedo is still insanely broken, so yeah. Briseria, with Ilinav being, not Ilinav, sorry, with BBK being everywhere, Briseria is kinda, I mean, she's okay set up for BBK, not crazy, but yeah. She can pair well with BBK, and she's still good against like RB and stuff, and she's good against BBK as well, assuming you have a high effectiveness Briseria, right? So yeah, like 150 plus effectiveness. Senya, she fell down quite a bit. I mean, granted for slow player, she's always been kinda bad, but yeah, now she's even worse. So what can you do? Yeah, I mean, I won't really talk that much about the B tier, like there's not that much to say. Bellona is just a candy counter, basically. N-Guy, just pick against AOL, but even then isn't all that good still. Candy, I don't like her. Like, I don't think I don't think she's a good unit. Yeah, I just don't think she's a good unit. But she can be really good paired with Silias. Like, yeah, Candy is like, if you remove Silias from the game, Candy is not a unit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, if you remove Silias and Politis, Candy is like dog shit. But with Silias or Politis, she can be pretty good. Sorry, what's his name? Sage Ball, pretty good against aggro still. Like, your opponent tries to cleave you or aggro you, and still be a very good pick. Solidaria, Yeah, like mostly bigger against Japan, but I mean, still a decent, yeah, like still has their niche basically. SSV, very strong nuker. Low-key, I kinda want to SSV right now because so if you play if you play Cilias, SSV can be a really strong pick to go alongside her. But for this team you want a full damage SSV. But then sometimes when your opponent picks BBK, you want a very tanky SSV on like Chatty. I think that's really strong as well. Because someone that goes like 40 buffers BBK, you pick a very tanky SSV on Chatty, she's gonna 1v4 the enemy team. Because you're like they're never gonna be able to kill your SSV. So like low-key, I think 2 SSV might be decent right now. But only have one because I'm free to play, so. Spectre, I think with her she's actually pretty like maybe not crazy, but like yeah, she's pretty decent. I would say just build her full damage and like call it a day. I just wanna nuke stuff right now. Shu, she even B tier. I mean, I guess if Zero is yeah, like I don't know. I don't like Shu that like bottom of B tier. It sounds fair. The tier aren't ordered by the way, but yeah, like Shu is borderline. I really dislike Shu. Plus I think the meta is really bad for her right now. Like I don't really see like Laya is gone. Who the fuck cares about Shu if Laya is gone? No one. And she was already kinda bad into Laya, so yeah, I don't think Shu is good anymore, but yeah, Loki, honestly, like I'm putting you in C tier. She's so bad. Zio. Sometimes a good force ban, your opponent picks like Gala opener, but I guess that doesn't really happen anymore. Where else would you pick Zio into Cilias? But then you have to cleave them. You're playing slow, so that's not happening. He was good with Laya, with like Fumir, but that's not happening anymore. Alright, goodbye Zio. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, C tier. Nothing special to say, and then yeah. Now I'll just show you my units real quick. So if you're interested about builds, I'll just show you the ones I have built, obviously. Like yeah. Yeah. Alright, so ML5. Ilias, yeah, I think this build is fine. Honestly, like low-key effectiveness is kinda useless right now because okay, back then, like a couple seasons ago, 100 ER builds, like you were building an entire cleave unit and stuff with like 100 ER, right? Like Karina, Senya, like whatever. You like it was fairly popular to build quite a few units with 100 ER. Now everyone you face is gonna be either 0 ER or 250 ER. Because of that, like low-key effectiveness kinda useless on her. Like I don't think you even like you really mind dropping effectiveness. Like I think 100 isn't bad, but it's very not like honestly like even just 50 is fine. Like for people that have like some spare ER, I don't think you should prioritize effectiveness. But ideally you want more speed though. But bulk is really important. Bulk is really important, and then ideally like 300 speed would be really nice. But yeah. Tywin, slow Tywin build. Nothing special. If you play him fast, so if you play him like with potentially Cilias, if you wanna play aggro, or with like but mostly Politis, you want a 250 Tywin. Like around 250 is pretty good. Belayan, yeah, I have two. Both are on bad builds, but I don't have a second 3F, so yeah. Can you do? Ilinav, I like this build a lot. I faced a lot of like protection Ilinav, base speed Ilinav. I don't think it's good. Like don't get me wrong, this build isn't crazy either, but I feel like at least when you play on this build, you're playing 4v4. When I face like base speed Ilinav, protection Ilinav, I feel like I'm playing 3v4. Yeah. I know. I really think she needs damage because she can cut aggro. Like when you face like aggro players and stuff, she can cut. And even when you face slow players, like her injury adds up really fucking fast. And then she can do really good damage with Burn S1. So yeah, I know, I like this build a lot. Mage artifact. Like this or sunglasses, both are fine. Candy. Yeah, I have a fairly tanky candy. Ideally, I think you want more damage right now. Because you're mostly gonna play her with Celias. Outside of that, like Celias and Politis. Outside of that, she's kinda useless. But I still like this build, it's fine. Solitaria. Ideally, you want like yeah, you do want some speed, like around 250 is fine, but like don't go much slower, like 240 maybe, but not slower than that. And you want like 200 plus effectiveness. And this artifact is best, and if you don't have it, you can do Fairy Tale to a Nightmare. SSV. This is a full damage build, and if you want the tanky build, you go Chatty. I'm not sure of the artifact, but I just want that. I just went for Symbol because it's funny, basically, because you do really big damage. But I think like maybe probably Book is probably fine too. Yeah, you have like Time Matter as well, like whatever, honestly. Doesn't matter all that much. If you go for the tanky build, so yeah, tanky build, you want Chatty, Lifesteal, Richard Snake, and like around like probably like 13k HP, 1.3k defense. Something like that's pretty good. Sharoon, ideally you want something along those lines, maybe a bit faster, but with like 200 effectiveness. Mine is way too low. This build is fine most of the time, but then if you face Japan, you instantly lose, which is yeah, like not ideal. So you really do want like 200 plus effectiveness on her. Yeah, this is just for Masara Town. Ideally, you want 3k more HP on Bellona, but this build is okay, honestly, like it's fine. Ooh, she's kinda dog. Yufin. I really like this build, honestly. Destruction was really good at some point last season, but I think now we're back to lifesteal. Like, I've been back to lifesteal since like late last season. I've been liking it a lot more. Like, because Destruction was good when people ignore Yufin in a way. Like, if people don't focus Yufin at all, and then they pick like stuff like Elvira or whatever, like it was really good. Now it's not the case anymore. People are back to trying to kill Yufin, so I like lifesteal with bulk a lot. RB, I have a fast one. It's really up to you how you build him, basically. You can build him like 180, 190 speed with like, I mean, you're always gonna go full damage. You can do around 230 speed, or you can do around 180 speed for full damage. It depends. This build is to tune with something, basically. Like for this build, because I want to play him with Sharoon, so he goes right after Sharoon. If you don't wanna play him, if you don't need to tune him with anything specific, you just go 180, like around 180 full damage, I think. Zio, yeah, I never played this unit. He's like on the random gear at this point. Like I keep taking his gear, but yeah, I really dislike Zio. Never play him. I played him sometimes last season when my opponent went like Galaon 3 as their opener. Or like not necessarily Galaon 3, but like they went like Gala opener and then nothing else, and I would last pick him, so free force ban. And that's it really. Haste, you just want high bulk. I really want more HP and less defense, but I want defense next, so. But I don't have anything better, so what can you do? And those boots were for Karina. Yeah. And then DDR. I think DDR, you either go for like this, or you go... If you play more aggressive, you can go like 270 plus speed DDR. You play aggressive. And that's it, that's the only difference. I don't think ER DDR has any point right now. If you really want to build 2 DDR, you can make a second one like really high effectiveness. But the issue I have with that is you never know what you're gonna face, because you're always gonna pick DDR on 1 or 2, right? Like at the latest, it's gonna be like second pick, and by then you don't really know if your opponent's playing ER or not. So yeah, I like this build. Like I like this build the most. Like it's the more versatile, I feel like. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope it helps. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Peace.